The internet in my house kinda sucks right now. Between slow speeds, constant drops, and Wi-Fi dead spots everywhere, this is definitely not gonna cut it for my new home office and secondary studio. Especially when you consider a lot of the devices I've been trying to set up just won't reach the connection. And it's not like my ISP or internet service provider is providing bad internet, because when you get right on top of the modem, well, your speeds are blazing fast. So how do we get something like these speeds upstairs? And if you're thinking, why aren't you using Ethernet? Well, that would be great if my house was wired. But as it was built in 1989, that's not gonna be possible. Without cutting open some walls or running a massive 150-foot Ethernet cable throughout the house, which is something I would definitely consider if I didn't think my soon-to-be wife would probably kill me for the tripping hazard. Because that's more like the speeds we should be getting. But if you can't run an Ethernet through your house isn't wired, and your internet still doesn't cut it, well, what are your options? Well, I just teamed up with MSI to teach you 3 different ways you can improve your networking for both Wi-Fi and wired internet, all without cutting open a single wall or creating a tripping hazard. The first 2 are options to create a wired connection without any wires that you have to run, taking advantage of your existing wiring in your walls, like your power connectors or coax if you have it. That's the old connection that you would have used for cable TV. Because if you didn't know, both coax and the power cables inside your house can carry a data signal using RF if you happen to have the right adapters. Starting off with the easier but slower of the 2, power line. These power line adapters convert your connection from your wall outlet down to an Ethernet signal to transmit the data, and the setup is super easy, as all you gotta do is plug the power line adapter into the wall, then plug in the included Ethernet cable into the bottom of it, and run that cable over to your modem where you plug it in, before coming back over to the power line adapter and press the pair button on the side of it for 1 second, before taking the receiving adapter, as these come in a pair. Go ahead and plug that in and press the pair button on the side just like before, establishing a secure connection between the 2, before adding our Ethernet cable down below in the room you want it to be in, on one side with the other going into your PC, and that's more like it 500 down. That is definitely a significant increase in performance, going from about 20 to 30 megabits per second to now 490. That's pretty sweet, but it's not perfect, let me tell you. See, power line is not the best solution by any means. In fact, the next couple options are gonna be way better, because power line may be limited by things like how good the wiring in your house is, so you can have more interference. That's why we're not getting the full gigabit connection that we should be getting, even though that the power line adapters are rated for that type of signal. So just keep that in mind, that your results may vary, and most people I see get this installed typically get anywhere between 100 to 300, depending on how far the adapter is away from the other one, as well as the quality of the wiring inside your house. So then what is better? Well, something called MoCA, otherwise known as Multimedia over Coax Alliance. This little box right here converts the coax signal, that's the little copper signal that you would use for like a cable TV, and converts it over to Ethernet, converting these old coax jacks that used to be used for TV into internet. And when it comes to MoCA, there's actually a couple different ways to use it, and it all depends on how your ISP sends you a signal. So if you're dealing with fiber or a satellite connection, you're gonna end up needing 2 of these. How that works is you'll have your Ethernet connection go off of here into your current modem. Then on the other side, you're gonna use the coax port right here with the RG6 cable and connect that up to an existing port in your wall that has a coaxial connection. So it does need to be semi-close, so you don't have to run a super long cable. Then you put the other one in the room that you want to receive the signal. Basically, one's a transmitter, one's a receiver. You simply do that, go ahead and connect it in the opposite direction, so from the wall into here, and then out the Ethernet to your PC, giving you that hardline connection you're looking for. But if you're in my case where you happen to have a coax or cable modem, most of them these days actually have MoCA built in, so you only need one, like for us. So we just have to screw in our cable wire on one end, with the other end going into our MoCA receiver, which requires just a little bit of power and an Ethernet cable that's going up to our PC, which we want to receive the signal at. So let's plug all those in, so now we're wired up for Mocha. As long as we go into our admin portal on our modem and enable Mocha, again, this entire process isn't necessary if you're gonna be using the 2 connection because you have fiber work. Once you hook both of them up, it should just start working. In our case, it shows we have no internet, because I did forget to mention one more thing that kind of does depend on your house. See, you should have a splitter in your house somewhere for all the coax. It's basically, it all comes together. In mine, it's on the side of my house. That little box right there basically takes the signal in from the street and distributes it to all of the different coax ports. Well, that little box right there has a frequency range that it can operate at. Mine is actually 0 to 1000 megahertz, when we really need one that goes all the way up to, I think, 1650 or 1750 megahertz, because that top end range is where Mocha operates, when the lower end range is where you'll see things like your actual internet connection come in, TV signals, all those other things that you may be using already. Luckily, it's a cheap part and can be swapped in just a couple seconds. Once that was done for me, well, check this out. We are getting gigabit speeds right now over Mocha, which is basically the exact same speeds that we'd be getting off of directly being plugged into our modem. All by taking advantage of old coaxial cables that are running through probably your walls too. So as you can see, Mocha is great for transmitting a single signal from one of your devices downstairs or another part of your house to somewhere else to basically act like Ethernet just over coax. But in our case, that does solve part of the problem, but not the entire problem. Sure, it makes my PC run fast, but all my other devices are still slow or may not even be able to connect to the network because of the Wi-Fi dead zones. That's the reason why I didn't just move the modem upstairs. One, I wanted to go ahead and make an example that you guys don't have to go ahead and move your modem if maybe you can't because it's fiber, or in the case of this one, it would be even more in the corner of the house compared to where it already is, which would cause even more issues. So what we're gonna do to go ahead and fix this is use one of my favorite things when it comes to home networking called a mesh router system. This specifically is the Romy BE Pro Mesh system from MSI, which is actually a system I've shown off on a channel before because it solves one of the biggest problems when it comes to Wi-Fi, specifically the Wi-Fi that you get with your modem router combo unit. See, right now you probably have a double duty unit, like I basically said. You have a modem and router in one. The modem basically takes a signal from the street, turns that into a signal that can be used for internet, and then you have your router, which is what distributes it through your house. That's basically what it works. But it's one unit that's doing it all. And for that router portion, it's actually a pretty small portion of it with really weak antennas, which causes it to not have the best range through your house. See, mesh router systems, how they work is that you end up having 2 or more units that are significantly stronger, by the way, by taking over the routing duty of your modem, and the broadcast of your Wi-Fi with much stronger antennas will get repeated by a secondary unit somewhere else in your house. But to get started setting one of these Romies up, the first thing you want to do is connect it up to both Ethernet off your modem and power using the included power cable. And by downloading the MSI Router 2.0 app, it's super easy to use. It walks you through the entire process from scanning a little QR code on the bottom just so it knows how to best help you depending on what router you have, explaining what you need plugged in to go ahead and have it configured. In our case, we just need Ethernet as well as power. Then it walks you through the process of creating a login for the router if you just need to access it from like another device. And then most importantly, set up your SSID. That's the network name that will be broadcast, and the password. And about 5 minutes later, everything's configured. It's a pretty intuitive system, but what makes Romy so special, and where they get the whole Romy name, is their new Find Wi-Fi Spot feature inside of the app, which is one of the only mesh systems that I know that lets you walk throughout your house and scan for strength of range depending on where you are. So this way you can basically scan the entire house and find areas that aren't as strong. This way you can hopefully see where you want to add that router to, because it will tell you where you're going to have your strengths. That's going to be things like where you'll see those dark green zones. That's going to be a really strong signal. Or when you look at something like an orange area, or dark red would be like a drop zone or a dead zone, those are areas you really want to address. So you just walk through, kind of scan the house, and this will draw out the map and floor plan of your house You can do this on each floor if you want to go ahead and ensure that you are placing it in the best spot possible. Once you're done, you can go ahead and hit show recommended areas and it'll tell you little dark spots. Those are going to be the weakest zones in your house of where you may want to add that second router to. So after doing the scan, looks like we already have way better coverage than we had with just the built-in modem that we were using previously. So in that case, what we're going to do with our second node is we're going to probably set that up upstairs in the master bedroom. The reason for that was the only real weak spot I saw in the scan. There's one spot up front of the house, but I think that will be covered by the master bedroom. And as that's closer to my office as well as it's over the garage, that's probably going to be the best spot because I'm going to use the garage as a workshop for filming videos where I'm going to need a pretty good signal. So let's go ahead and connect up our second unit to power. Press the little sync button on the back of our second node. This way the front LED flashes green. This way we can go ahead and click next and the app will go ahead and scan and find the Romy device. And it's recommended to do these side by side just to make it easier for them to find the two rather than trying to do it on the other side of your house where you may not have the strongest signal, because you can actually move this wherever you want. It just takes a couple seconds to reconnect once it's initialized. Now that that's configured, we can go ahead and plug in our Romy node upstairs. And why I wanted to do it up here is you might notice there's a coax jack up here as well, which means we can use a Mocha backhaul. But even without that, we can see now that our Wi-Fi speeds here in the office are significantly stronger. And those far corners of the house that used to be dead spots, well, now they're perfectly fine too. Plus, the best part about our mesh router system and what makes it better than a just standard extender is that mesh routers like the Romy system from MSI gives you the ability to roam throughout the house with smart, intelligent handoff. That means basically as you walk through the house, if you get closer to one router compared to the other, it'll automatically hand you off to the one that's going to give you the best signal possible. This way you never have a problem with weak Wi-Fi or those random drops when you're switching floors. It's all connected together under one seamless system. But I technically could make these speeds even faster, especially upstairs where we're connecting to the secondary router by using that Mocha backhaul that I talked about. See, a backhaul is basically a way to do a wired connection between the main router and separate node. Right now what's happening is it's taking the signal from the router downstairs, broadcasting it. The receiving end is on the node. The node receives the wireless signal and then rebroadcasts it again. This gives you really strong signal. As you can see, we're getting great speeds throughout the entire house, but it's not perfect. There's a little bit of a fall off there, and that basically becomes its own wireless device. So instead, you can use either Ethernet, which is the traditional way to do it, or in our case, we're gonna basically bypass that using Mocha because there's actually a 2.5 gig backhaul allowed on these Romy devices, which should hopefully eliminate any fall off between the upstairs and downstairs nodes, as they're both now wired together thanks to that Mocha backhaul. And thanks to that, check out our wireless speeds. We just got 1.1 gigabit per second on our PC up here, which is sweet. In fact, that is maxing out the signal that we're getting from our ISP, which is why it's the same that we were getting with Mocha directly plugged in via Ethernet, which you can't really miss out on anything if you have the right Wi-Fi system. That's why I highly recommend always looking for mesh router systems regardless, even if you do have Ethernet. You can use it as a backhaul, but it's great to be able to get that Wi-Fi coverage throughout your house. This way, no matter what device you have connected, it's gonna have a good, secure connection. In our case, we got coverage in our backyard and even the garage, which will eventually be my workshop, which is gonna have quite a few internet connected devices, which is why I'm glad to have good internet. But if your internet sucks like mine did, just know you do have options. If you can, wire your PC up via Ethernet. If you don't have that ability, use one of the two options I showed today to go ahead and give you that basically Ethernet substitute. That's gonna be Powerline, that uses the existing power cables inside of your walls, or Mocha, which uses the coax cables in your walls if you can. Mocha is definitely the better option, but Powerline is a little more versatile. It just depends on what's gonna be more accessible for you or what is more compatible for your particular house. However, that doesn't solve the greater issue at hand for most people. And that's why I'm gonna tell you, for most people, a mesh router system like the Romy BE Pro mesh system from MSI is probably going to be your best bet. These things are amazing to get that whole home Wi-Fi experience that you're probably looking for. The great handoff solution allows you to walk from any room and make sure that you have good Wi-Fi. I got good Wi-Fi now through everywhere in my house and even outside and in my garage, which you know I'm gonna need. And with great features like Wi-Fi 7 allowing you to have great connectivity to the latest devices that are coming out with that new standard. MLO, which combines the frequencies down to a single network that allows you to have lower latency and more stability for all your devices. That seamless handoff I just talked about, and great throughput at 11 gigabit per second at a max throughput, which means that you can have all your devices connected seamlessly and great coverage throughout your entire home. So if you guys want to pick something up, I'll have a link in the video description for the MSI Roame BE Pro Mesh router system that I've been checking out and have played with. This is actually my second time using it. I'm a huge fan of it and very grateful to MSI for sponsoring today's video. And not just sponsoring today's video, but allowing me to share some honest opinions about how I actually think about the entire overarch of how you should go about in taking care of maybe weak Wi-Fi or weak signal in your house. Allowing us to show things like Powerline and competitors like Mocha compared to their devices and how they could actually work in conjunction with their system like this one. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.